Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Matt. Today we're doing another pick a card reading, and we're going to be looking at the message you need to hear right now from Spirit, from the higher dimensions. So that leaves the door open for Spirit to just highlight whatever is showing up in the collectives connecting with this video. We're only connecting with energies of the highest quality, highest white light, love, and truth, the divine, the angelic realm, the higher self of the collective watching this. So get comfortable, and we will connect our energies, synchronize our energies. Of course, this is a general reading, so only take the messages that resonate with you and feel right in your heart and sit well in your body. We have 3 piles. We have pile 1 with the Ace of Cups card here. We're using the Starman Tarot, and we have this Black Kyanite. Pile 2 here, we have the Temperance card and this Angelite stone here. And then pile 3, we have the 4 of Wands with this hematite, however you say it. So take a second and choose your pile. You can watch as many of the piles as you would like, and we'll begin with pile 1. Hi there, pile 1. So you guys chose the Ace of Cups card with this Black Kyanite stone here. So tapping into the energy of your pile, let's see here. I was seeing a bat hanging upside down in the dark. So you may have been in a phase of your life, or a moment in time where you were in a hermit mode, in a protective, darkened space where your perspectives on yourself, relationships, life, abundance, just your mindsets were flipping on their head and transforming and shifting. And you might find that now that time is coming to a close, or you feel like you're getting feedback from the universe that is ushering you out of that space and into this fresh, bright light space. And more often than not, we are eased out of the dark space. It's not like an instant from 0 to 100. It's like the universe presents us with one step forward, and then another step forward, and then another step forward, so that our system can handle it and doesn't get overloaded and then retreat back. So that might be a process that you resonate with right now. I'm seeing a trident, like Neptune, King Neptune's trident kind of thing. So that can talk about water energy, which is appropriate with the Ace of Cups, very watery energy. And just owning your emotions, being the master of your own emotional domain, and, claiming your throne as the emperor or empress of your own reality, and loving your emotions and owning all of your emotions, not just the pleasant ones, but also the uncomfortable ones. And, seeing all of your emotions as a beautiful mosaic of you, and of you being a microcosm of the universe. And the universe isn't just one thing. It's not just all beauty and joy and love. It's also destruction and chaos and messiness and ugliness and the grotesque and the shadowy. And so if you are a microcosm of the universe, if you are the universe in human form, then you have all of those aspects within yourself. And it's about owning that and understanding that and loving that and just being with that and embracing it. What else is coming through, God? Yeah, I'm noticing this lotus here coming from the darkness. So a lotus grows out of the mud. So your beautiful next iteration incoming is growing out of the darkness from which you've been in. And it's something to to reflect on it with gratitude. I just feel this invitation from the universe to hold space for gratitude over all of the hardship and difficulty. And I know that that's not always easy when it's been tough for some people, some of us. But life is bigger than how we perceive it to be. Life is more than just our framework of understanding and perception of it. And there's always a higher perspective to the most horrendous of situations, or the most trying of situations. And it is important on the very human 3D aspect to honor and acknowledge that messiness, or that heaviness, pain, sadness, regret, disappointment, shame, all of it. That's the only way in which you can truly integrate it and own it as part of your inner universe, is by, on that very human level, saying this sucks, right? But or that was challenging. But then there's also the perspective of the squeeze that life seems to impose on us to mold us into a more crystallized version of the divine, of our divine expression. And there is not just one right divine expression. Divine expression does not just look like, helping everybody and being kind all the time and being creative all the time. Divine expression, it is in all things that serve the moving infinite machine of the universe that does work in perfect orchestration. Again, the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it. It's all serving the whole. So something you might judge as horrible, dark, twisted, sick, is actually serving. There's a divine role that aspect is playing, whether it be a person, a situation, a loss, a way of thinking. It's all serving some character arc or story arc that is the divine journey that we as humans, in our limited framework of things, can't fully see the 360-degree view of. So that's the initial message that I want to come through with this Ace of Cups. But this Ace of Cups is showing a very promising new beginning. And it just felt like that duality and the shadow aspect, that message wanted to come through, just to validate somebody's experience here. Even if it's just one person, these messages that come through are going to benefit somebody, the collective. So let's get more from actually, you know what? I'm going to pull from a different deck. We're going to use the Star Moon Tarot for that, and then I'm going to get some of these cards, and we'll see what wants to show up. Okay, angels, God source, for the collective viewing pile 1, the person viewing pile 1. Let's tune into the person viewing pile 1 and what wants to come through for them right now from the other side. What wants to come through for pile 1? Yeah, ending a dark cycle and coming into clarity here. King of Swords, 10 of Swords. That dark period is ending. Some of you have really felt beat up by a previous cycle or a cycle that's closing out. But it's like we have two kings here. So you're coming out on the other side with so much more wisdom, so much more capacity to feel and to have compassion for the depths of darkness that one can experience. But it's also allowed you to see things clearer than ever. And it's allowed you to drop the bullshit I'm getting in a certain capacity. It's like you're not cutting around the truth, or you're cutting to the truth. You're not dancing around the truth anymore. It's like you say things as they are because you know that life is too short, in a sense, to again, to be dancing around the truth. And you know that life is too short to be avoiding emotional depth and connection and love, that it's important to express that love to yourself and to others around you, that you know, your life has reached a certain point where you're just ready for the real shit. You know what I mean? Let's get more. Temperance. Yeah, this whole journey that you've been on has been an effort to create balance in your life. And it's to show you both sides of the equation, both sides of the coin, and understanding that both sides are of the same coin. It's two sides of the same whole. And you can't have one side without the other side existing, and you have to acknowledge both, or else you're not seeing something for what it truly is. Hence the King of Swords. You're more willing to see things for what they truly are, so the universe is showing you, because the universe only gives you what you can handle, even if that's a tough pill to swallow for some. But you've been shown the opposite of what it is that you truly desire in this life, so that now you can experience what you truly desire and appreciate it and understand that life isn't just goodness, but life isn't just challenge. That there's love through it all. That through the hierarchy of emotions, the emotional scale, there is love that exists on every single level, even shame. And it's about viewing every level of the emotional scale with love and acceptance and forgiveness and presence. So some of you, it's like there's learning in that. There's awareness, divine awareness in that understanding. And so that's why we have experience, because intellectually learning something does not integrate that truth and crystallize that truth. Experience in and of itself crystallizes that truth and sends ripples of your own awareness of that truth out into the spaces that you enter and beyond. Because we live in a quantum universe where when one person awakens, more people awaken. That awakening triggers more awakenings around it, and that are also in resonance with it. It's not just about location, it's about resonance. So when you awaken someone else, multiple people who share a similar frequency also awaken. Very interesting message. Okay, what else, angels, for pile 1? I was just seeing green money. I was seeing green and hearing green and then seeing money, and then this Ace of Pentacles came out. So we have 2 aces showing up. So there's new beginnings happening in your life, that where your life is going to physically look quite different than it has previously, where life feels like it's giving to you and like there's opportunity available to you, as opposed to feeling like you don't have access to the light, to abundance, to love, to opportunity. Ace of Cups, love being offered to you by the divine. Love being made available to you so that you can see it, so that you can feel it in your heart, so that it becomes, a comprehensive experience. Surround sound in 3D, in 5D. intendee, you know what I mean? It's all around you and you're very much feeling it and experiencing it. So you can expect in the coming chapter, which, you know, the next year, the next 6 months, this is all process, and you're building and growing and being eased down this path, this new path, and seeing the light and understanding the balance that is being implemented in your own life and in the universe at large. It's like in this coming time that you're stepping into, things are locking in, things are grounding, things are being placed in front of you. There is no mistaking the opportunity. There is no mistaking the love, the connection. There's no mistaking it, because it is there in plain sight. And there is an understanding that the way things were before are no longer. Okay. Let's get a few more. Strength. Yeah, your strength is being acknowledged here by the divine. And how much, again, like conviction and character it takes to come out on the other side of this darkness with a broadened perspective and a new appreciation for certain things in this life. That some people who are just given these things, or where riches and love is just all around them, it's like they don't always have the full appreciation for it because they've only known that. And so you've been given a special opportunity here by seeing different perspectives, so that the sensations and intensity of the experience can be all the richer and all the more visceral and all the more deeply felt and appreciated, is what's coming through. And it takes a strong spirit, a strong mind, a strong heart, to be chosen for that type of path. And everybody has their own hero's journey in different degrees and different permutations, so it's not about comparison, but it is about honoring the significance of your own experience and how things have gone and why. You don't always have to know why, but sometimes having that perspective and greater awareness can show you that things, once again, are not in vain. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune showing up at the bottom here. So this is like positive shifts, once again, prosperous shifts coming in, things changing, and it's all because of destiny and the higher force of energy that flows through all things that is informing this path forward. Of course, it is up to you what you get to do with this new sense of awareness and understanding, but with appreciation comes right-mindedness and making the right choices and alignment and doing things that are in service of both your path forward and the collective at large. Yeah, there's that balancing, temperance, Two of Pentacles. There's that being able to hold the yin and the yang, the dark and the light at the same time, and accept them both as equally valuable and true here. That's why you've been given these certain experiences, because because Spirit knows that you can hold them, and in you holding them, you are able to once again broadcast the signal of, I want to say non-duality, but more so just all things are true and can coexist and have their time and place and have their divine purpose. That's more of what I mean. What else is showing up for Pile 1 angels? King of Pentacles. We have 3 kings showing up here. This is very powerful. And we have the Chariot showing up at the bottom. More powerful energy, driving you forward in life with more of that sense of balance and integration between your shadow and your light aspects, your masculine, your feminine aspects. This is really, really positive, guys. But I'm interested about this masculine sort of energy, this king energy showing up. We have King of Pentacles. This is really grounded, stable, solid, abundant energy. We know that your relationship with abundance is changing. Your relationship with how you're viewing things and communicating is changing. How you're feeling and resonating from your heart is changing. And you know, the standards are raising. But let's get more. What is this masculine king energy about, Spirit? What is the masculine energy showing up here around pile 1? Interesting. Some of you in the past have felt in conflict with independence, and it's like you've been, or you are being encouraged to continue to embrace your own sense of power as far as your masculine aspect, balancing out with your feminine aspect. Maybe that's what you have been working on, is like creating containment and structure and a safe space for yourself on all levels, in that masculine sense that creates safety, that creates stability, for you. And this can also translate in another person in your life who is, you know, there to energetically, to physically provide safety and containment. This can talk about father energy, working with the father energy, healing energy around your father as well, coming through, and how that relates to codependence versus independence and healthy interdependence here. But some of you might have felt in conflict with masculine energy or strong, stable, secure energy within yourself, and it's like that's what's been being guided here by the divine. And how once you have that foundation, your creativity and your sacral energy has a safe channel that is smooth and even and more directed and not broken with cracks in it, for that sacral energy, that creative and sensual and playful energy, life force energy, to flow up the chakra system, is what's coming through, and give you ideas and make you motivated to create and to move again and to move forward. 2 cards came out. 2 of Wands, Empress. So yeah, we are getting that masculine feminine balance coming up here, where you healing your masculine aspect, energies around the father figure, are creating a new environment where now your feminine, your divine feminine aspect can just flow freely and feel safe being what it is, and feel safe being abundant and receiving and creating and being sensual and being embodied, feeling comfortable in your own skin to be sensual and playful and creative. But I'm just really getting with this 2 of Wands that this time that you've been in has been a portal for you to shed an old skin and transform into something new. And some of you might not know what this new version of yourself, what it's all going to look like, where it's all leading, what is this new version of me going to do with this beautiful, expansive life that I'm being shown, that I know there's so much opportunity and potential for. And it's like you may just be kind of interfacing with a new version of yourself and where you could be going next, and what could, like, you could do anything, you could go anywhere, you know. 5 of Swords for pile 1, angels. For pile 1, lovers. 7 of Swords. 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the Sun, and the Knight of Cups. So there is an energy about some love connection, soulmate connection, spiritual connection that has maybe come up at some point and caused, or past love connections having caused feelings of defeat or not good enough or struggle, mental struggle in some type of way. Maybe someone not communicating or you not really seeing clearly where this is leading. But there is like something shifting here in the energy around this, where there's light being shown on the truth, where there's emotional expression coming into play now because you are moving into a more unified state within yourself and loving state within yourself, that now that you're a match to that self-love and love, moving into the body, moving into your system because you're giving it to yourself, and now that love has more of the capacity to come through, in the mirror reflection that is another person. So when you can't see the truth, when someone's not revealing the truth to you, it's just because the focus needs to come back to you. And once you really are vibrating in that self-contained, self-loving state where your energy is shining as it's meant to, that's when like partnership happens. That's when union comes forward, and that's when more emotional expression comes forward, when you're vibrating in that emotional space. And that ties back into everything that we were talking about before at the beginning. So yeah, there's positivity here, and there's success here, overcoming obstacles and conflict in the energy in regards to whatever connection this is. So that was just a little side message that wanted to come up, but it does feel important for some of you. Just focusing on yourself and that self-love is really the key. So hopefully something in this message resonated for you. I really hope it did. Please leave a comment. If it did, let me know how it landed. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Pile 2, it is so good to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So we're going to be getting messages from the higher dimensions today, whatever you need to hear, whatever the collective, whatever the person watching this video needs to hear right now. And your intuition called you towards this pile. And this is the Angelite stone here. And sorry, I'm always seeing these little bits, dust. And we have the Temperance card here that you chose. So this is really cool imagery here. Okay, just tapping into the energy of pile 2 here, of your pile. I was seeing like Ghostbusters, like the 1980s movie Ghostbusters, and the energy of that movie, and how it's, some of you might have been born in the 1980s, some of you might have been children when that movie came out. But I'm getting this energy of nostalgia and of the intrigue of that movie and this sort of metaphysical, spooky nature of that movie and the mystical. And so some of you might be tapping into nostalgia at this time, or tapping into sort of the metaphysical in a spooky, fun way, perhaps, for some of you. But I don't know, I'm just picking up the energy of that movie very strongly. And I'm also seeing the number 8 coming through very strongly for your pile 2. So 8, that's infinite abundance coming through. That can also represent 8 weeks, 8 months, the 8th month, August energy showing up here. But just also infinite life as well. So some of you might be very interested in the afterlife in general, spirits, mediumship for some of you. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I'm also seeing gold. So that is abundance being reaffirmed there. But I'm also just feeling this energy of something that's long lasting. So some of you might be interested in like health and how that extends life, or I don't know, looking younger, or increasing your own sense of personal value, and bringing it, seeing that reflected outside of you as far as abundance, nice things. But also, I believe gold has metaphysical properties in and of itself, which I'm not certain of all of them. But, yeah, like I'm seeing like Aztec imagery coming through, feeling that Aztec-like energy. And I do believe it's interesting that's coming through, because in the last Ghostbusters movie that just recently came out, Frozen Empire, it was called, I believe there was like a spirit, the evil spirit was like an Aztec spirit or something. I could be off on that, but there was that sort of Aztecian vibe. So some of you might resonate with Aztec culture, Aztec magic, mysticism. Some of you might be interested in the Aztec mysteries, like where they all went. Some people believe they transcended the 3D and, evolved in consciousness to another plane or another dimension of existence. So some of you might be interested in sort of that ascension of consciousness towards like the 5D, so to speak. But yeah, those are just some initial images and energies coming through for this pile. But looking at the Temperance card, this is all about balance. It's about alchemy, which is why I was seeing the gold. It's about alchemy, turning things into gold. It feels like you watching this pile 2 have this ability to, like, for anything that you touch to turn to gold, whether or not you realize that. It's like that you have the capacity within you to alchemize negative experiences into really, really positive experiences. And it feels like your energy is already kind of in a balanced place, or moving into a more balanced place, which is really positive. But let's get more. These cards that I pulled, that I used for the picking, are from the Starman Tarot, but we're going to be using the holographic Rider-Waite to expand. So for pile 2, angels, God, source, we're only tapping into the consciousness of the highest white light, love, and truth, higher self of the collective viewingness, love, support, accuracy. Pile 2, what wants to be known? Whoa, that card really flew. A couple cards flew. 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, talking about abundance showing up here, and wish fulfillment. Wow. These are really cool energies. 7 of Pentacles just flashing itself. Hermit. Yeah, it's like your own personal energy is really the key to generating a lot of good energy and abundance in your life here. I am seeing this Queen of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck. So this is about communicating boundaries. This is about, cutting out the BS and saying things as they are, and stating your needs, knowing your needs, seeing what is not good for you and creating distance, being detaching from things outside of you that, cannot fulfill you from the outside. Rather, that fulfillment needs to come from the inside. It feels like there's already a sense of understanding around that with you, pile 2, and that's sort of an energy that you are leaning more into, or just being guided to acknowledge within yourself. And this is allowing more reciprocal relationships into your life, and not just with people, but with, again, abundance, with work, with everything in your life. Abundance is like having a solid relationship with all things and feeling at ease in that. And so it just feels like relationships are really improving and giving back to you. And if you're working at a job or getting a new job or whatever track you're on, it's like it's really giving to you now. The universe is in a spot, and you're in a spot where the universe can really give to you. Gosh, sorry, I don't know if I have OCD or what, but like all these little things. Okay. We're keeping it real here. Seeing the imperfection that is me. The sun, my goodness, guys. Golden energy, golden energy, golden energy, golden energy, golden energy. Golden energy with this lantern. So much light and abundance and positivity and joy. And again, this gives me that energy of nostalgia with the child here, inner child, and things that bring you joy. And this sun reminds me of like the Aztec sun once again, and this wall reminds me of the Aztec walls and structures. So some of you might want to look into that Aztec energy, if that's something that actually interests you. Or Peru, South America, something like that is coming through. Like ancient Mayan temples or something. Or was it the Aztec people that disappeared, or the Mayans? I don't want to get those confused. So I think it was the Mayans that like transcended. It was one of them. I know there are a lot of things I say in my channel that I'm not 100% certain of, but I appreciate when you guys clarify in the comments with care and kindness, because I don't know everything whatsoever. But the energy just speaks to me, and the energy is illustrating itself here. So that vibration kind of is similar. But yeah, there's a lot of goodness coming into your life, guys, and there's a lot of fulfillment incoming, and it's like you're being set on a track of long-term abundance and stability here. What is this Four of Cups? Because this energy has been showing up within the collective a lot lately, and so I think people are just a little bit jaded from things not working out in the past, or things being a certain way or certain expectations, and then having that, like, being blindsided by the universe in a way where it's like, nope, what you thought is not what's actually the opportunity for you. There's more opportunity, there's bigger opportunity, where like things are happening in an order that maybe you did not plan for in your head. Is kind of what's showing up here. So it's like prepare for surprise. Interesting how we have the Six of Cups, which is about nostalgia once again. So nostalgia feels very, very good to tap into for you right now, like that Ghostbusters energy. But this is also, looking to past lives. So maybe some of you lived Mayan or Aztec past lives. Feeling connections with other people that are past life connections, or meeting other people who you just feel really warm and affectionate feelings for, reciprocated feelings for, showing up here. Even though it's like your own personal energy within broadcasting out, that is the key to all of this joy and fulfillment in your life. But it's like once you can do that, or as you're doing that, it's like the connection just reveals itself in a very gentle, lovely way, and maybe unexpected way that you're not seeing, like connection coming from directions that maybe you're not focusing on at the moment, not seeing at the moment. Yeah, there's not seeing everything, or there's a lot of potential timelines that maybe you are aware could ground, but aren't yet anchoring or aren't yet presenting themselves, but you're aware of like all these different potentialities. And it's sort of like the universe is saying, Like, whatever you're thinking, you're kind of being given many potentialities so that you don't know exactly what's coming in, so that you can kind of actually be surprised in a really positive way by what the universe brings in for you as you're just sort of on the track that you're on. Okay? Because, sometimes when you overly try to guess what's right and what's coming in and what's happening, it can kind of confuse you a little bit and like agitate the energies and kind of lead you to feeling a little bit, I don't know, like what's happening. But sometimes that's on purpose so that you can actually, like I said, be blindsided. Page of Wands. King of Cups. What else? For pile 2, Angels. King of Pentacles. Wow. 2 kings showing up here. So you guys are attracting people into your life, options into your life. 2 pages showing up, 2 kings showing up. So it's like the spark of something is planting a seed energetically within you that is like growing into another option, or the realization of that seed that was planted. Emotionally, intimately, creatively, it's like something's growing and developing, and you might have multiple options if this is like romantic in nature with the 10 of Cups. So the implications here are long-term happiness, what you're wanting as far as a relationship is concerned, like a serious committed relationship. And it feels like whatever is stirring and brewing right now in that department for you, again, it's like a seed that's growing into something that's stable and solid and loving. Okay? And I'm getting where you can be yourself and where your inner child can feel safe, because we have this inner child energy showing up here. So there might be, for example, if you have options in love, you might have someone that you already are aware of kind of growing into their empowerment and their alignment, and you kind of both growing back into alignment. If that resonates and feels positive and realistic, although sometimes things happen that don't feel realistic, but we also want to be grounded here. But and then you also might have another person coming in to kind of touch on a different aspect of you and relating with people, with somebody, and show you a different possibility for the future, for long term. And so you might just be seeing 2 different sides of your relationship, of your future, possibly. Yeah, it just feels like right now, guys, like whatever's coming in is already on its way in, and it's really good. Like, you have really good energy on its way in. It's just about kind of allowing different options to present themselves, not getting necessarily too attached to one thing, maintaining boundaries, but also being open and being able to see things in a positive light here. We do have the Queen of Swords showing up at the bottom again. So that is boundaries, discernment, using your best judgment, being decisive with what is best for you and not settling. Lovers, wow. So you have a soulmate situation, like you're meant to be with a soulmate. And I'm getting that one connection that is revealing itself is going to feel stronger than the other, but I'm also getting that you might not know who that is or what that is right now. You might think you have an idea, but I'm just getting that the universe has more up its sleeve. The path that you're on has more up its sleeve that has yet to be revealed, and that information and understanding is coming in, and you just have to know that you're being set up for the long term, for what you want, for fulfillment, and that energy is coming in, but you're going to be presented with options, because that's the universe wants to give you that sense of free will where you can make a decision the best decision for yourself and not feel like a decision is being imposed on you, or someone's coming in and then the universe is saying, this is your person, you have to be with this person, or this is your significant divine counterpart, you have to be with them. And it's like, no, you get to choose. You get to observe, and that's why we're given options and different people along the way, so that we have the free will to go down the trajectory that feels most aligned with who we are. Wow, 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Wow, so there is definitely a love connection brewing here. Yeah, there's pain here, though, showing up for somebody here. And it feels like some pain is like psychically being exchanged between soulmates here, because there's a psychic connection, energetic connection, mirror connection with another person. And it feels like maybe there's some stuff being brought up between you and another person, or multiple people, where these people are reflecting or bringing up this stuff to just come up and be acknowledged. And it may be happening in this other person or other people as well, and that's okay. Again, there's a divine purpose in that, because this is from the past and it needs to be addressed so that a healthy relationship can come together. And that takes time and presence and care, and it walking away from the past on both ends. It does feel like maybe the person or people that you're interested in are being guided to walk away from the past. There's baggage that they're processing, dealing with here. There's some difficult energies that they're dealing with. There's a lack of clarity and certainty on their end that maybe you're experiencing some of that too, but it just feels like something's unclear at the moment here. Even if there is strong spiritual connection, it feels like there's a lack of clarity, and stuff is clearing, so that's kind of disrupting the clear channel. And so it's important to have boundaries and sort of say, no, this isn't how I'm relating and connecting right now. If this is someone who's at a distance, which it feels like there is this distant element here, it feels like it's important for you to maintain distance and mentally maintain distance, and sort of create a barrier so that another person can go through their process and that you can do what you need to do, because you have a lot of positive energy going for you right now, pile 2. And so it's important to kind of not psychically allow what they're experiencing to kind of affect you or drain you or pull your focus, when you should be focusing on yourself and what is working for you. And it doesn't mean that there isn't a really powerful positive connection here that's in process, but it just means that right now it's not helpful to connect when someone else is working on stuff that they need to work out on their own, that you can't help them with, really. Other than you help this other party by really helping yourself and just focusing on yourself. That's the best thing that you can do right now, okay? So a couple more messages for pile 2. Yeah, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. This is a divine counterpart, once again, being confirmed here, but this is also saying that right now, in this moment, at this time of viewing this, distance and boundaries, detachment is the key. It's the key part of this process right now. And it's not even about thinking about the future necessarily. It's just about thinking about what you need to be doing right now. And, oh, this person's not available, or this person's going through something right now, I can't be really involved in that part of this process right now. And that's okay. That's healthy. That's making the mature decision for yourself. And that doesn't mean that there's not love, but it just means that you're seeing things clearly once again, and that you are receiving the truth from the universe about what needs to happen, so that you can move forward in your own life, because you're, for you and this other person, a new cycle, a new journey is beginning that you're both being prompted to move down. But it's just sometimes you got to kind of do your own thing for a time, or just, it's not even about time. These connections are not about physical time. It's just about energy, and it's about focusing on yourself and knowing that the universe gives you clarity and truth, and that communication comes in at the right moment, and that you're just being promised here by Spirit that really good things are happening for you and in your love life and in your sense of abundance and spiritually speaking as far as your consciousness evolution journey. And so you don't really need to worry about a whole lot. If stuff is coming up, if triggers or pain or insecurity or sadness is coming up, it's totally good and right to let it come up and feel it and honor it and interact with it in a way that feels helpful or meaningful to you personally, and just keep moving forward, because that's really what's happening. We have another king showing up, the King of Wands. So whatever other person we're looking at here, they are really like leveling up in their energy and coming into embodiment and empowerment in their masculinity if they are the more masculine one. But this is also an aspect of you that is coming into power within yourself, and knowing and owning your own attractive energy and creative energy as well, and how being clear-minded is really the best thing you can do, and just saying, and detaching is really the other thing here. So hopefully this message vibes with you right now, Pile 2, and resonates and makes sense. Let me know in the comments if any of it does. I would love to know. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi there, Pile 3. So you guys chose the hematite stone with the Four of Wands card here. So we're going to be just tapping into the energies that want to come through for you from the divine, for your highest good. I've been literally doing this in every pile. There's like dust particles, or like, I don't even know. But I'm a very unpolished reader. I just kind of show up and do this and just bring myself to the readings. So yeah, you're seeing that. I don't know, I'm getting a really positive vibe from you, Pile 3. I just feel, I mean, there's positive energies in all the piles, but I just, there's a sense of familiarity with you, your energy, like I know you, like a kinship, I guess. I'm also getting this energy of like fantasy, like Narnia, Harry Potter, like fantastical worlds, something like that. So it's telling me that you guys have a big imagination, that your soul is very much connected with like higher dimensions, the metaphysical world, the unseen realms, but there's a sense of joy there. I keep seeing this image of this like really like red, supernaturally red apple hanging from a tree in like a mystical land. This reminds me of like Narnia in some way, or this reminds me, I don't know, it's just, or like the Garden of Eden or something like that. But I'm just getting that kind of feeling from you, Pile 3, for whatever reason. So you'll have to let me know if there's something that connects in that way for you specifically. But what else are we getting here from you, angels? I'm seeing the piano. I'm yawning now. When I channel, sometimes I get tired. I'm seeing the piano and the harmonica. Someone playing the piano or the harmonica. Now this could be family. This could be someone who's crossed over. This could be sort of a past life type of energy. But this could apply to your life now, or someone in your life that you know. And I'm seeing a jet engine. So maybe there's someone you know at a distance who, in another place, who plays the piano, who's of significance, or plays the harmonica. It's interesting, that jet engine is reminding me of the TV show Lost, which I don't know if any of you have seen, but that like distant land that's mysterious and magical. Another land with mystical properties is showing up, like the island in Lost. with this Four of Wands here, it's talking about a portal into harmony and joy and love and union. This is a very unified energy showing up here. So it's like a part of you, or multiple parts of you, are coming into union as one. That's been a theme running through all the readings today. But what else? Anything else wants to come through? I'm seeing number 1, very bold in my head. Number 1. This can talk about first house energy. This can talk about 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. A 1-year anniversary is coming through for somebody, or a 1-year mark for something. 1, but I'm also getting like you've won. You've already won and you don't know it, or some of you might know it, but it just feels like you've already won the game. Very interesting. I'm gonna get tarot, so I'm gonna pull from the holographic Rider-Waite here, nice and shiny, which I love shiny things, colorful things. Maybe you do too, because I feel such a kindred spirit with your pile. Pile 3, angels. From the higher dimensions, what wants to come through? 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords, my goodness. Pile 3. You've already won. Isn't that interesting? 7 of Pentacles. Pile 3, what wants to come through? Wow, whoa. Did not see that coming. But hey, that's life. Doesn't matter how intuitive you are. Whoa. These are interesting energies. Let's get a couple more. The Magician. Put these up here. And then we'll just take a look at what we've got. King of Wands. Pile 3. Temperance again. That flashed itself earlier. So there's an aspect of 2 things coming together as one. What did I was saying that before. 2 become 1. With the Temperance and the Lovers and the World, which talks about wholeness and completion. So, I just feel pile 3, and you might want to watch pile 2 as well, because there were messages of, I honestly feel like all the piles will resonate with multiple people here in this reading, but it just feels like there's so many aspects of your life that are coming together and like, yeah, coming into union, unifying, where things like click and make sense after maybe a period of things not fully making sense or not being clear or being difficult or challenging for some of you, or things taking a while. And this could have to do with like a love connection, because we have these 2 parts coming together, 2 parts of the same whole coming together. But this is also just spiritually, like, you we're talking about here. And I don't know why I am still getting that, like, otherworldly Narnia, like, fantastical lands type of energy with these cards showing up here. I don't know. Like, do you see what I'm talking about somehow? Like this Garden of Eden energy. This, like, the Magician, the Magician's nephew, Narnia. Magical tools, Harry Potter with the wand here. I don't know. It feels like you're on a magical journey of self-actualization, realization, and it's like you're bridging worlds. I'm getting you're bridging worlds. You're bringing another world into this world through your creativity, through your own unique energy signature that you broadcast, through your own fascination and curiosity with your own physical reality around you, through your own growth process, even this magical world that you're connecting with through your pain, connecting with fantastical worlds because of your pain, with your pain, through your pain. Some of you may have like watched certain shows or movies or read certain books because you felt like you were struggling in some type of way, and these stories brought you a lot of magic into your life, and it feels like that's coming back around somehow now, or that's wanting to be highlighted in some aspect now, these magical worlds, and how there's some type of like alchemy here in you connecting with fantastical worlds through your own imagination, through your own creativity. But it's like you're creating the magical world by creating it creatively, if that makes sense. Like, or even if you're watching films with worlds that you admire, it's like you're creating that frequency within your life here. It's really interesting, and it's like that's bringing you more into union with yourself, which is bringing you into union with another in some type of way here. It's very, very fascinating how this energy is coming through. The Four of Wands does talk about partnership and union, so we are seeing that being reiterated here. But it's like something is coming back around as far as imagination, magic, creation, fantasy. But then there's this pain, and maybe it's like you associated these worlds before with pain, but it's like now you can associate it with something new, with creation and love and balance, where it's like, you know, the Temperance card is the pain and the joy, and it's like maybe you engaged with certain things from the pain body, but it's like now you can engage with certain things coming from the flip side, which is love and joy and yeah. Some of you might also be closing out negative cycles as far as relationship is concerned. You know, people feeling like you're getting hurt because people aren't expressing their feelings for you, or you're not seeing the information clearly, or people have hurt you or made moves behind your back that have hurt you in some type of way. But it just feels like that's all closing out. We have the World and the Ten of Swords here, which talks about cycles closing out, cycles of pain closing out, and those things coming back into balance now, moving forward, back into harmony, and back into union. Their hands are joined here, and they're walking towards the light. Some divine figure is beckoning this couple here. So it's like there is a divine call between you and another person, and it's up to God and the angels to orchestrate the situation. It is not up to you. Your job, it feels like, is to be good in your own energy, to be patient and allow things to happen naturally, and to engage with magic and creativity and creation and imagination and passion in your life, and get excited about the magic of fantasy, the magic of stories, the magic of your inner world, and the magic of our planet, and the mysteries that our planet holds. It's like engaging with that feels very exciting and inspiring and healing and balancing, and living your life through like a story, telling a new story, you know, seeing your life as a beautiful story with darkness and light and all the good things that any amazing story has, right? And it's like, it feels like there's this higher power, which is the author of this story for you, but it's like it's the higher aspect of yourself, and it's the higher aspect of this union that is like creating, helping you create something, inspiring you to create something new, or to just engage with life in a very imaginative, creative way. So for some reason I feel called to put these all back, and now I actually do feel called. I didn't do this for any of the other piles, pile 3, but I'm going to pull from the Starman Tarot for the rest of your reading. I think I'm resonating with this pile because I am very creative and colorful and love stories and love creating in that way, and you know, watching films and shows and reading books and art, and how, you know, that takes you to other dimensions, that takes you to other lands. So pile 3, angels, what else wants to be known for pile 3? What is this? The Justice card. What else for pile 3, God? 9 of Pentacles showing up again. So this is, again, your own personal energy and relationship between you and the divine and your physical reality, and being completely good with yourself. Death, transformation, death and rebirth, and embracing that, and embracing change, and embracing recreating your reality with a new creative spark or lens that you're seeing everything through. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, sorry about the glare here. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, you have been on a journey that has been tiresome, or, you know, complex and trying in certain ways. 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. Holding back your energy, strength, needing to keep it all together in some type of way. Feeling tired, but needing to hold everything together, and feeling like things have been moving slowly. Interesting. This is like a new dimension that I wasn't really seeing before. Hanged Man, feeling out of control of the trajectory of things, and again, needing to change your perspective because there's something bigger happening here. So this is interesting, but it's like things are coming back into balance for you guys, pile 3. What's coming through here? There's just been a karmic lesson for you, pile 3, about anchoring in the self and really grounding into the self. And it feels like you, because I'm getting so much creative, fantastical, magical, imaginative energy, that is a really positive anchor point for the self. That is a portal with which you have access to and feels joyful to connect with who you are and how you choose to relate with the world, and opening yourself up to new ways of seeing the world, actually, and how you're engaging with, you know, entertainment or art, and how that's reflecting a new version of yourself that you're becoming. And again, I'm seeing like 2 beings being ushered by the Great Mother, the Divine, here. But it's just been a journey, and maybe it's felt slow. take it as it resonates. Temperance again. Again, more things sort of being balanced through experimentation and exploration in a healing way that requires patience. The world, again, completion process happening. But there's a bigger picture with everything happening in your life right now, pile 3. And again, with this typewriter, I'm seeing creativity, storytelling, adventure, Indiana Jones vibes coming through, discovery, ancient artifacts, ancient civilizations, ancient mysteries, unearthing unsolved mysteries of the planet, of the cosmos. 8 of Wands, movement and travel coming through. Some of you might really want to travel, actually, and feel that sense of adventure out in the world. But this is a more fast-moving energy after seeing that Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow-moving energy. It's like there is energy picking up and moving in your frequency, pile 3. The Moon, but there's that sense of like mystery coming through once again, and not knowing how or fully where or when or in which direction, but it's like there's this beautiful, juicy mystery that feels cosmic in nature, that feels beyond the ordinary, that's really coming through in your reading. Like there's something about your energy that's beyond the ordinary, and that's maybe why in this 3D dimension, like things might have felt slow, because maybe there was something that felt in conflict with like the physical reality, as it were, because your energy was of a different frequency, and it felt kind of like maybe a challenge for some of you to bridge that gap between dimensions. 5 of Wands, yeah, conflict in the energy. But it's like that's now coming back into balance, because you're kind of embracing this magic and mystery and like complex nature to life and your life path. You're embracing that more. Yeah, the High Priestess, your spiritual sensibilities, your divine connection, the divine mystery, like I'm getting mystery schools. It reminds me of that show, The Magicians, or like Harry Potter, again, like where there's that magical school of learning and mystery and, possible danger, but adventure above all else, a story coming through, and you really being able to tap into that for yourself. Judgment, a new awakening in your consciousness, and a new call from the divine to express yourself in a truer, more coherent, more vulnerable, more stripped down way. Your core essence shining out and being the thing that informs how you move through the world, as opposed to holding that back. Maybe before you felt like you had to hold that back, and that actually made life move slower because you weren't as accepting of your own nature. And that's changing. You guys have such a spiritual energy about you, but it feels like you've had to build armor up along the way, and it feels like now that armor's starting to come off, and so you can just be more free in your creative expression, in your in the unique way that you see life and the possibilities, and in the way that you tap into other dimensions and other forms of consciousness through story, through art, through the things that you enjoy connecting with, through nature, through travel, through adventure. The 8 of Swords, yeah, feeling held back because in the past maybe not feeling good enough, or not feeling like how you knew how to navigate certain environments, or how to that you didn't think that your true self would be accepted. That the true self, your true essence, didn't know how to fit in with the rest, and you may have been bullied growing up, or you may have seen other people just behaving not very nicely, and it just kind of held you back in certain ways. Yeah, we have the what is this, Queen of Cups. So you are sensitive. You feel very deeply. You sense things very deeply, deeper than most people have the capacity to see and sense initially, and that makes you unique. And again, you have the ability to see any being as it is and have compassion and understanding for them. And that makes you beautiful. And you see colors and hear sounds and sense frequencies that many people don't, or that aren't necessarily mainstream. So it's kind of like you're on the leading edge of new thought kind of energy coming through for you. Anyway, let's get a couple more messages and then close this out. Two of Pentacles. How can you embody both the fantastical and the practical and bring them together, or hold both at the same time and view them as equally significant and valuable? Five of Swords. It's still okay to feel pain, shame, inner conflict, and defeat around inhabiting the physical dimension, around feeling at odds in certain ways with the system, or if not feeling good enough in certain ways to like be part of the system. But it's, again, you can use this energy to connect with art in a way that then springs you forward and inspires you. So you can use that shame and pain, heaviness, stuckness as a back door back into inspiration through art, through the things that you love. Four of Swords. King of Cups. It feels like the mental space right now for you, Pile 3, isn't really the key. It's less about intellectualizing your imagination and more about expressing it honestly through your heart and through emotion, because we have the King of Cups and then the Page of Cups showing up here. Look at all the beautiful colors showing up in these cards. You're such a colorful person, Pile 3, and that shines through your heart, not necessarily how you're speaking. Even if you're writing a story or something, you can allow those words to come through your heart and what you're feeling in a flow of energy, as opposed to overthinking what you should write or what you should produce. It's more about from the soul, from the heart, that's really showing up. So let's get one more and then we'll close this out. Lovers. Wow. So that divine union is coming back around with the Six of Cups at the bottom. The soulmate, they're wanting us to come back around to this soulmate energy. So again, there may have been difficulty in regards to soulmate energy. You might have been overthinking something around a potential partner or something like that. You're being asked to rest the mind around this. Someone has feelings for you here. There's deep love and care and affection between you and another person. You don't have to second guess that. There's a deep soul connection showing up in the energy here. And there's something about the options. Was that this pile or the last pile? There was something about options coming through with somebody. I think that might have been pile 2. But again, you might want to watch pile 2. But there's something coming back. There's I'm not getting a sense of disconnection here when it comes to love. I'm getting more of a sense of connection through the energy in the heart space, but disconnection in the mental space. So maybe not thinking so much about this and rather allowing the energy and the emotion to bring something back around. If you're wondering about love or relationship in any kind of way. Otherwise, this is just creative in nature, and it talks about, things that you've loved since you were young, bring through stories from past lives even into what you're expressing, and expressing from a place of passion and love of self and love of life, coming through as well. So hopefully something in this message resonated. I know there was kind of messages across the board. I haven't really done a reading quite like this specifically before, but I hope that you enjoyed it or found some aspect of it interesting. Please let me know in the comments if any of it resonated, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, Pile 3.